What's up, YouTube? Time for yet another installment of Do You Have This in Your Preps? Um, I'm a firm believer that knowledge is power, and especially in survival situations. The more you know, the better off you'll be. And if you're like me, I do not have a photographic memory, and I do not have instant recall. I can remember some things, but not all. So in my preps, I have books, a decent library of survival for urban and wilderness. So, and this book right here, I actually do recommend. Is the Camping and Wilderness Survival, and this goes through all kinds of stuff, from shelter building to fire starting. Let's see if we can zoom in here a little bit. How to set snares. This one's actually building shelters, how to place your pegs, how to pop up a tent, how to cut down trees. And then I also have these little cards, which is guide to plants and edible plants, wildflowers, and I think this book also covers what you can use certain plants for. So how to identify the plant, and then what the medicinal or edible plants are, like dandelions. Even though they're a weed, their greens are good for to eat for salads. They're pretty bitter, but you know, at least you'll have some way of recalling that information. And then my second suggestion would be, even though you have a guide, get out there and practice this stuff. Because the knowledge doesn't do you any good if you don't know how to apply it. And it's better to find out if you can and can't apply it when times are good, rather than when you're stuck in the wilderness or stuck somewhere and you need to survive. And then you also can find out what your strengths are and what your weaknesses are, and then practice more on your weaknesses, and store that information away in your head, or at least have a reference manual to get back to. The other thing is also maps. This is a map of a trail map, a resort guide, but I have other topographical maps of our region, which is the Teton Mountain Range, and also other mountain ranges around us, in case you're deciding to bug out. And even if you're in a city, it's good to have a map, a very good detailed map, and you need to get out of that city. You can kind of determine if certain thoroughfares are going to be congested with automobiles. You might want to take a train track out, waterways, in and out of cities, to get out of there safely and quickly. So anyway, yeah, just good survival guides. I know the SAS survival guide, which I have, is a good one, but it also is not as inclusive as this book. This is by Paul Tawrell, Tawrell, and it covers so much stuff. I mean, how to read a Lensatic compass. Here, we'll just go over some of the. So, compass reading, snake identification, what's poisonous, what's not, plants, how to read magnetic compass, tools and what the uses are for, how to cook in pits, and there's different types of pits you can cook in that are smokeless, how to Dutch oven, first aid, tree identification again, and this would be for fire tinder or like pine cone. Pine nuts are edible. How to cook, how to build a fire, how to clean fish, just all kinds of good information in here. So anyway, that's all I wanted to share with you. Build up your libraries, do a lot of good reading, and real quick, I wanted to show you, if you're not familiar with James Wesley Rawles, This book here is Patriots. And what I liked about this book is he is a survival expert for the military, or was, and he knows his shit. But in here, in this book, let's see if I can find, I've gone through and I've highlighted a few things as I read. Let's see. Like I said, there's some really good information, and it's real information. It's not just made up fantasy crap. Damn, gone too far. Let's see. I know it's near the beginning here. Sorry, you're gonna watch me flip through a book. Actually, it's right here. It's coming up. So, like on this page here, I've highlighted the page number, and what this is blood transfusion information. What bloods are compatible with other bloods, which is really useful information if you find the need to, in a hardcore situation where someone's wounded and losing a lot of blood, who can give blood directly, or if you have a transfusion kit, you can do that. And it's real important to know your blood types. So this is a pretty comprehensive section here that tells you what blood types are and the equipment needed to do transfusions instead of just, arm to arm or something like that. So anyway, I've read these books several times. They're full of good information, and like I said, real information. Even though this is a fictional book, he does research types of guns, what their capabilities are, a lot of prepping stuff in here, what to prep, which is actually where I got the notion for doing toilet paper, prepping toilet paper and stuff. So if you're not familiar with James Wesley Wells, there's 3 books in this series, and they're excellent books. Like I said, chock full of information. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you.